Oh, I have letters and stuff.
Got
Are we
it.
ready? Really? Are you ready?
I stay ready.
Okay, let's go.
Hey, this is C,
And this is Sheila.
and this is the C and Sheila Show. Come on, tell me what we got to talk about tonight. Come on.
Tonight we're talking about the breadwinner.
The breadwinner.
But before we get into that, we always talk about. Hey, Lizette, how are
Now,
you?
I'm
We
gonna tell
always
y'all
talk
something.
about our weekend. But go ahead.
I just heard it put a very good way. PBW, the primary breadwinner. I like it, Frank. I thank you very much.
I like it too. But we'll talk about it. You wanted to turn the music on? You feeling it?
Yeah.
Well, I want to jump right in.
Y'all come on in here and talk to us.
We'll wait.
All right.
Sometimes we want to hear the entire intro song.
Right?
How's everybody doing tonight? So glad to see you all coming in. Join us. We have a really good topic tonight. Like and share the show. You know how we do every weekend.
Okay, so
Hey.
what did you do Friday?
Okay, so I don't know why every week you ask me what I do. Because for some strange reason, I'm so drained from the week that I never remember what I do on Friday. And I'm still trying to think of it. So don't ask me from going forward, just say how was your weekend so I can say fine.
Okay. So your weekend was good?
It was great.
Good, good. You remember what you did?
I slept all day Sunday.
That's what you did.
I slept all day Sunday. I just remember having a really amazing weekend. No, I don't drink, so it wasn't because of that. What?
I wasn't drinking either.
Good for you. I'm proud of you. No Hennessy weekend?
No,
Why do you look disappointed?
that's my friend.
What? What's your friend?
Hennessy.
Stop it. There are no advertisers on this show until they are. So anyway, so we're so glad to see you here. Tell a friend, share, like the show.
Tell your friends to tell a friend.
So let's get into this topic because,
That C is in the building.
yeah.
Sheila is here too.
like an add-on, right?
Oh,
Really?
no, not like an add-on.
Oh, okay, because I am the star of this show.
Well,
All right, so let's get started. We're talking about the primary breadwinner. And I actually wasn't going to bring up primary until later because I have a point to make with the primary breadwinner. But I want to talk about, now, you did your studying on breadwinners, right?
breadwinners, right?
Okay. You ready? Because you look occupied.
I'm sharing and liking the show, which you should be doing the same. Come on, y'all, work with me.
All right, so let's start here because the breadwinner doesn't always have to be the man or the woman. We know how you all like gender roles and stuff like that. It's not necessarily always the man and it's not necessarily always the woman.
Right.
Do we agree on that?
We agree on
Look
that.
at us agreeing on something.
Finally.
All right, so let's talk about what it is and what it's not. I learned a lot
Okay,
researching.
what is it?
The breadwinner is someone who is primarily bringing in the money to the house and paying all the bills. Now, I hesitated because sometimes the person who makes the most money and is bringing the most money into the house is not necessarily the one who is paying all the bills,
Right.
right?
True.
I know you want to say that the woman is the one who brings the money into the house but doesn't pay the bills, but that's not always true either.
Why would I say that?
Because you said it earlier.
I said if she is the one that's bringing the money in, she want to be the shot caller.
That's not necessarily true. So you know what? How about we do this? Let's start with our letters. So we put it out there that we were doing a show on breadwinners, and we got some letters. So let's start with our letters so that we can have clear talk and understanding. Because we can just say all of our notes all day, but if they don't have any background. All right. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. I work at a fast-paced, demanding job with lots of opportunities to make mistakes. The other day, I made an error in judgment that was judged reasonably severe. And although there were mitigating circumstances, truthfully, I can't wholly disagree. I'll probably survive it, owing to the fact that I at least partly covered my ass. Okay. I'm going to read the letter as it is.
She covered her ass.
Got it. I have a very good reputation. I had a very good reputation up to this point. This is a really long letter, but that's okay. We'll get through it. That reputation will likely take some time for mending. My wife is a wonderful person, and I love her very much. But the simple fact is that she has no ability to earn the kind of income that can sustain our family. The welfare of me, my wife, and my daughter is squarely on me and my career. If I ever did actually lose my job for some reason, we'd basically be doomed. Wow. All right. The pressure can be overwhelming. Even when things are going well, it's there. Informing every work interaction as I lavishly spend my day trying to always put my best foot forward to impress the right people, because I need to both make myself viable for raises and buffer my reputation to guard against eventual mistakes. I realized that all I did was basically describe a career. But frankly, it's exhausting. And one of the worst things is that at times like this, I can't really talk about it, okay? If I shared my stress and anxieties with my wife, all it will do is make her worry. So I just put on my game face and play the provider, and he has provider in quotes. I know so many women who work a little job to fill the day and make some cash and go home every day at 5 o'clock on the nose and don't have to worry about advancing or building a career that the husband does, and the husband does that. Okay. They could lose their jobs tomorrow and the family would be okay. They just get another low-paying job. This letter, okay, let me finish it. They'll just get another low-paying job at an office somewhere else. Sometimes I get so effing envious of that option, just being able to take care of, just being able to be taken care of, even for a little while, is so attractive, but quite clearly off the table for me and the vast majority of men. And the fact that I've got another 30 years of this career pressure to look forward to, with everyone relying on me, is beyond daunting. This is a male privilege. Oh, if this is male privilege, then no thanks. Anyway, I need to get it off my chest somewhere, so I sent this letter to you. Now back to work. Go, I'll let you give your opinion first. Were you listening? I hope so.
He got a problem with her. Let me see.
You should have been listening.
I know.
Now we have to rewatch while you review it?
Yeah, you go.
Really? Are you really going to sit here and read it after I read it out loud to everybody? Let me give you my opinion. I understand after research that it is a very difficult position to be put in. But it sounds like you have a lot of underlying issues. And being the breadwinner is just one of them. I understand there's a lot of pressure. I understand that you're watching tonight. But this is real talk, straight talk. You have other issues as well.
And
every time you refer to a woman's job, it was little and replaceable, not that important. And you also mentioned your beautiful daughter and your beautiful wife, which is awesome. I'm not trying to make light of the fact that you have to work very hard to keep up this family and that you're the breadwinner. But that will bring me into other points. I'm going to kind of go in and out of your letter. But I would like to say that I don't think it's fair, and don't kick me out of the women's club. I don't think it's fair that there's only one breadwinner with two adults in the house, right? Somebody can always contribute. There's always another way to contribute. I know everybody's not an entrepreneur. I know that everybody's not meant to work or, no, let me not even say that. Rewind. Yeah. Everybody's meant to work.
Exactly.
We don't live in the 50s anymore where you can stay home and just raise a child, whether it's man or woman. Everybody has to contribute to the household. Now, if you don't share that, because you said that you're not going to share that because you don't want her to worry, but yet you have all this stress on your shoulders of being the provider, you're silly. Why wouldn't you share that with your wife? Like, that's the whole point of a marriage. Sorry, let me take it down. Y'all know how high I get.
All right, let me ask you a question.
Go.
Why is he talking about losing his job? If he loses his job, he's basically doomed. You chose to be the breadwinner, to be the head of the household. Get on your bike, do your thing. She contribute when she can contribute.
I'm very shocked at you right now.
I know, but I'm gonna tell you what get me mad.
Go.
What get me mad is when people say, I'm watching my kids. I'm the breadwinner. I'm doing. They're your kids. That's your family. You're supposed to contribute whatever you can to the betterment of your family.
I think we're experiencing role reversal.
No.
Either that or you don't have a full understanding of the stress that comes with being the only one working. Okay, well, reach into your own life bag.
Let me explain something to you.
Go ahead.
It's not that she's not working.
No, that's what he said.
She not working at all?
No.
She not working at all?
Did you read?
Is she not working at all? Find you another chick.
Well, what do you... Okay, wait.
Find you another chick.
Find you a what?
Find you another chick.
Did you say find another chick?
Tell her to get a job. Get up off her lazy ass and go get a job. A job. Every day. Put Post-its all around the house.
Okay, you listen to that if you want to.
What's she gonna do, leave?
So real talk. You're not gonna just say...
She gonna leave him?
Really?
There you go.
Come on, we're straight talk, no chaser.
Straight talk.
Straight talk. You're not just gonna leave your wife because she's not working.
No, you're not leaving. Put Post-its up around every time you talk.
What? Get a job?
A job.
All right.
Now she might go get a job at McDonald's, but it's a job. So you got to deal with what you put out there.
What does that mean? You have to
like if you tell her go get a job and she go get a job at White Castle, and you like, really? Check her ambitions. Is she staying home because she's staying home with the kids?
You should have checked her ambition before you had a child and got married. Well, so let's not even go there.
Well, let's say she was working then.
All right. So what I have to say about
let's say she was working then.
I don't know that. I'm not going to make stuff up about the letter. I know what he put in here.
So let's say she wasn't working then. Then it's your fault.
What?
If she wasn't working then and she's not working now, it's still your fault. You chose that route.
I'm going to go by what's in the
letter. Now, if she was
letter.
working then, but she's not working now, find out why. First, find out why.
So I'm going to go by what's in the letter.
Go ahead. I'm just saying, if she wasn't working at all, and now you want her to work, it's your fault.
What is the fault thing, and how does that help the situation?
Because if she wasn't working in the beginning and she's still not working, then you kind of like reap what you sow. You didn't require her, demand for her to get a job in the beginning, but now you got a child. It's a little harder on you. Ain't no more fall out. So now you got to do what you got to do. How you start? Sometimes it's a change, sometimes stay the same.
Me duele la cabeza. You're making my head hurt.
Oh.
I'm going to go by what's Okay, you're in the situation now. It's very stressful. So you have to start in your head from ground zero. The first thing that you should do is what I always say. I've been saying it for a year straight. Have a conversation. This is your wife. This is not a coworker, a friend, a relative, distant relative. This is your wife, the person that you live with, the person that you're supposed to be sharing and growing with, right? It behooves you to have a conversation to say, I am stressed out. Because you know what this letter honestly sounds like to me? It sounds like the first opportunity that you get to be free, you are out. That's what it sounds like to me.
Now, Roger says, a wife will leave her husband if he's not working, so why can't a husband do the same?
Lies, Roger. I don't know what type of women you're dealing with.
There is a lot of women that will leave their husband.
And there's a lot that will not. And if you're leaving because he's not financially stable after you got together, then if you're married, it's your duty to help them for better or for worse. What happened to that? Right? So you encourage them, you help them, whatever it is that you two need to do together. I wish I could share some stuff with y'all. I don't know if my husband's gonna get mad, but there have been times where we were financially struggling, and there were some jobs that we took that we did not want to take. I didn't want to work at a car. See, that's how much I hated it. I didn't want to work at a car auction. Like, that was like one of the worst jobs ever. Aside from like driving.
Just when you was outside?
I was outside in the freezing cold shoveling. Full hair and makeup shoveling. Not my ideal job. Well, okay, what I'm saying is, we took a job for and I say we because we both were like, okay, listen, we need extra money. Now, this is before Uber, so I'll tell you how long ago it was. We drove escorts. We did what we had to do. It was not fun. I got stories for days about that. But whatever it is, we did it together, and we made sure that we were okay.
Melvin says, man your cry.
Men what?
Man your cry.
Man your cry. Translation, please.
The thing that bothers you the most, man up and fix it. Step in and talk to her. Step in and do something about it.
What a novel idea.
Maybe you have to work a couple more hours if she's not going to get a job, but it's still your family. However, I don't agree.
You don't agree? With what?
I say, tell her ass to get up and go get a job.
Well, that ought to encourage her to go work.
To do what? Or do what?
Listen, first of all, nobody said that she didn't want to. What he says was that he didn't tell her. He didn't share that with her. So according to her, she may be in the house, just home like, oh, this is great. He's working, I'm happy, we're taking care of the baby.
So it's his fault because he didn't say nothing.
Well, if you don't speak up, how is anybody supposed to know? Don't you all say that to us all the time? What's the matter? Nothing?
You know how many
Goes
women
both
say
ways.
that?
Right. And now we have a man that's saying it.
They want you to read their mind.
Right. So now we have a man that's saying that.
Roger said it's for better or worse or till the money run out.
Roger, are you married? Run, Mrs. Roger, run. Until the money runs out. First of all, I guess if you are married, then you got married for better or for better, right?
No.
No, what?
For better
What is wrong with this generation?
or worse.
Don't say until the money runs
Or
out.
till the money runs
That's
out.
foolishness. This is silly. So we keep it real. Oh, I keep it real on the show. Apparently he agrees with you, Roger, which I think is absolutely ridiculous.
I'm keeping it at absolute 100.
Who says until whose money
I
run
said
out?
Roger said for better or worse
Oh, I thought you agreed with him.
until the money run out.
Do you agree with that?
I would say if she don't have a job, she would leave you if you didn't have a job.
That's not always true. That's not always true.
Other than you, I don't know her.
Ladies, can you please back me up? Are you going to just leave your husband because he doesn't have a job? Or are you going to try and work with him, encourage him to do better, to get a job, to get out there? And we're not just talking about the ladies. We're talking about the men, too. Men, you have to encourage them. I don't agree with
Now,
get
I
yourself up and-
agree with encouraging her to get a job.
Right. That's
Hey.
all I'm saying. There's a way.
There's a start. Babe, it would be so much easier on both of us if you got a job. And then she go, oh, what?
No, I don't know what type of women you
Oh,
deal
what?
with. But
There
the
you
ones
go.
that I know
So you-
are concerned with your well-being. So if you come to her and say, hey, this breadwinner stuff is really difficult. It takes two people in a household. Maybe
Hey.
we can get mom to babysit. Maybe we can, I need help.
Can
I'm
you
really
guys
stressed.
see us? I don't know if you guys can see us.
Maybe it's just your bootleg phone.
What? Bills
All right.
still have to be paid. Everyone needs to pitch in.
Absolutely, I agree. Even with somebody who has money, you still have to fill in somehow. Now, it always isn't about money,
No, it's not.
but you still have to pitch in somehow. All right, so let's go over some. All right, so the sole breadwinner or the primary breadwinner. So we discussed some of the negative effects of being the sole primary breadwinner.
Right.
We decided to tell Mr. Breadwinner, oh, thank you. we decided to tell Mr. Breadwinner that he has to share that information with his wife. How is she supposed to know? You come home every day with a smile on your face, but inside you're like, oh my goodness. I think he said something about he doesn't get the privilege or something like that of, getting an out even for a little while. Just to be taken care of, even for a little while, is so attractive. That makes me so nervous.
What's so attractive?
Right. So to me, that's why there's some underlying something there. Because the first, oh, are you okay? From Susie at work.
Hey.
That's an out. That's attractive. Even for a little while.
Wait, he's trying to get it out to go somewhere else?
No, he's not. What I'm saying is, when you say stuff like, sometimes I get so effing envious of that option, just being able to be taken care of, even for a little while, is so attractive, but quite clearly off the table for me and the vast majority of men. Like, I'm trying to empathize with you, but it's hard when you're the one that's, all right, straight talk. You're the one that's causing the stress more stress on yourself, because you're not communicating this with your wife. And if she's your beautiful wife and you love her so much, then she must love you with the same love. You're taking care of the family, right? So if somebody loves you, a good woman will say, hey, you're taking care of the family, and you're coming home with a smile. I need to know what's wrong. And if I love you the way you love me, I'm going to want to help in any way that I can. We will make it work. But it has to be we will make it work, not just you.
Right.
You're stressing out for nothing. When you have a wife at home, a team, it's the point of getting married. Why don't you get married just to take care of people? Who does that?
And you get married and take care of kids.
I just want to get married and take care of people. Let's have some kids and I'll take care of them people too.
Can you claim on your taxes?
I should have focused. I need you to get your life together. You can't give advice.
If you don't, can I claim on mine? I don't know what you say.
I can't stand you. All I'm saying is there's a lot of
No, but see, the difference is different. Why is she staying home? She's staying home because I got a baby? Is she staying home because she's lazy? Is she staying home because
she doesn't know he needs help and he's okay with her staying home?
Did you tell her she could stay home in the beginning?
What difference does it make if he needs help now?
Because if you don't tell her that you need help now, that's your fault.
Oh, wow. We didn't come up with that. Of course it's his fault that he's not sharing with her the information. But I'm saying whether it's the beginning, the middle, the end, wherever it is, at any point, if he needs help, he needs to communicate that with his wife.
Tell her. Tell her tonight. Call me.
You're coming up with these great ideas.
922-0654. Tell her and then call me.
Wait.
I want to know.
They need to call you anyway because we have 2 tickets. 1 or 2?
2.
We have 2 tickets to the bus ride to give away. The bus ride is on April 21st.
At 8 p.m.
8 p.m. It's a night trip. We're going to Atlantic City.
So if you're in the tri-state area.
Really?
Or you feel like flying in.
Just to go to Atlantic City.
Hey, it's a night of fun. And
And
you can get that getaway that you was talking about in your letter. Oh, no, you won't, because you got to bring her with you.
they can get a babysitter for the night, and they can talk on the beach in
Oh, yeah,
Atlantic
you can
City.
pay a babysitter. That'd be more money out your pocket, though.
So, all right. So, do we agree that he just needs to communicate with her?
He does need to talk to her, but you should have talked to her, how long they been
Shoulda,
together?
coulda.
How long they been together?
He didn't say.
Well, she your wife. Y'all been together for some years, hopefully. Hopefully you didn't just pick her up on a Tuesday and marry her on a Friday.
And if he did, she's still his wife, and they have a child, and he should communicate.
And tell her that she need to get a job.
All right. Go.
Yeah, she need to get a job, and she need to help out, kick in or kick out.
All right. So some of the negative side effects is stress, which I think we've been discussing. You're stressing me out, and I'm not in your marriage.
I'm not stressed at all.
I'm stressed because I need him to communicate with his wife. Okay. It has an adverse effect on your marriage as well. And that's just what I was just talking about. When you use certain words like, if I could just escape for a moment. So mentally, you need a release, an escape. And don't let Susie become work wife, because then Susie becomes your escape instead of communicating with your wife. And all of it could have been avoided.
Hello, everyone. This is C, and I want you to know that you, what's his name?
We're not saying his name.
Okay, we're not saying his name, but unknown letter writer, you really need to talk to your wife. Tell your wife that you need help with them bills and that baby can go to daycare. She can go to work from 8 to 3 or 9 to 5, however she want to do it. But whatever it is, you need help. You can't just sit around being angry and stressed out while she's sitting back thinking that everything is okay, ordering stuff on Amazon, on your Amazon card. But see, if you don't say nothing, then you got to, grit and bear it. However, if you do say something, you also have to be prepared for the consequences. The consequences may be an argument because she don't want to get a job. She ain't had to get a job in the beginning because you never told her she had to work. The consequences could be many different things, from the argument to, okay, I put in my application at 30 places. If you check, she ain't put an application in there and one. But it looked good because she's getting dressed up and leaving and going.
Wow, you came up with all that?
Yes.
That's great.
People do that all the time.
Well, we're talking about a marriage. They didn't say they were having any issues in their marriage, aside from the fact.
Well, there will be issues if they're financial issues.
Right, and that's what I was trying to get at. So it can have an adverse effect on your marriage. Like I said, he may be having mental issues when it comes to escaping the situation. She may be not aware of any of it. So we discussed that. It can have an adverse effect on the children and the family as a unit as well, right? Both of them, when they spend quality time, he's just stressed out thinking about the fact that he has to go to work on Monday. He can't even enjoy his weekend, or whatever the stress is that you're trying to endure by yourself. Don't do that. It's not necessary.
Unnecesito.
Let's see.
Now, try putting that shoe on the other foot.
What do you mean? If it's a woman?
Right.
I have a letter for that. Are you ready for the letter?
I'm ready.
Okay, hold on. Let me get it. Hold on.
I just take this time out to say hello to everybody in the room. Thank you all for your comments. I can see you.
Okay, you ready? I'm in a situation, and I'm a female. On paper, my husband looks like the guy who should have all the earning potential our household can bear. Computer science degree, programmer, certified. Okay, so he's great. He was laid off a few years back and has had a lot of difficulty finding a similar level of job. He is working, but he's earning way less than his potential. Hold on. I've been at the same company for 13 years, learned a lot of new skills and kept climbing. Now I make almost twice what my husband does. Ooh, I got something to say about that. The stress of my job is killing me, but I can't quit. We wouldn't be able to pay the mortgage on my husband's salary. Sidebar, you've been working 13 years at the same company. He just got this job a few years ago and you're only making twice the salary. You see, that's what I'm talking about, inequality. We need to, okay, I'm not gonna go there, it's a different show. I'm just saying. I'm getting tired of making less than what men make. Okay.
That's what you tired of. Whole letter and you tired of making.
I said sidebar, I'm back now. So here's a woman in a situation where she, mind you, I have another really powerful letter.
You saving the best for last?
Well, it's not the best, but it's a powerful letter. Like, I was really shocked when I read it. But for this young lady, I think she gets the same advice.
Was she having a problem with him? The first chick wasn't working at all. He working,
right?
But he just not making the money that she think he should be making.
Absolutely.
Is he contributing?
Yeah, she didn't say he wasn't. I'm not gonna make
Okay,
stuff
so
up.
if he is contributing to the household, what you mad about?
That's okay. So let me sidebar say this. You're married. You're bringing in twice the money that he's bringing in. He's bringing in 1 times that amount. So that means you have 3 times the amount of money to spend. You're his wife. Stop being so selfish. Don't kick me out of the girls' club.
So we did a show a couple months back. What if you're 50-50? What if in a 50-50 relationship, what if your 50-50 higher than his 50-50? Or his 50-50 higher than your 50-50? So I think if you put all the money in a pot and everybody take $100 for allowance, still good. $100 a week.
You say that now.
What?
You say that now, but for some people, they feel like this lady feels. She feels like because she's making twice the money, she's working twice
She's
as
been on
hard.
the job 13 years.
And I understand that. But what I'm saying is that is how, I don't know about the taking $100 thing.
It
However,
don't say that he was making bad money. He not making what she think is acceptable.
right, but what I'm saying is when you live in a household together and you're both working to the best of your ability, she didn't say he wasn't, she was just saying that, you know, he's not making what he used to make or not making what twice as much as she makes. But what I'm saying, if you're in a marriage, number one, you've got to communicate. There has to be some kind of conversation. If I'm sure if he had opportunity to do better,
Right.
he would. You didn't say he was a lazy bum sitting at home.
Right.
All right?
He out
That's a
there
whole
still-
other story. We got
he
to
out
talk to
there
y'all about
still
that too.
grinding.
Because we got some viewers who are just taking care of their man or woman and they are not working, nor do they want to work. It is Xbox time.
And Roger says sometimes when you get laid off, it's hard to find a job in your field.
Right.
Especially if your field is very competitive.
Right. I agree, Roger. I also agree that they should share the money and share the bills. I know that's not ideal for a lot of people, but you can't. Matter of fact, let me just read this third letter because I
Hold
think,
on, let's get through the second letter.
I
first.
think I'm getting to the advice from the third letter because they're similar. I know.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
So, just because he's not making,
What, Roger? I was with you, Roger, until you started talking crazy.
and men need to make more money than women.
What does that mean? Men need
Otherwise,
to make more money.
Women write letters about him not making more money.
Well, were you paying attention to the first letter, Roger?
Women start writing letters about men not making money. Why? It ain't like he's sitting on the couch playing Xbox or 2K, whatever.
Right, we
it is.
understand that he's working, and this is somewhat of a different situation where he's working. He's just not able to make the money that he used to make.
He's not able to make the money that she used to him making. He might like his job. What happens when you get to a job that you like, but you're just not making as much money as you used to make?
So you do want to get into my third letter, but you don't want. Okay.
I didn't read the letter. I don't.
No. Never mind. Go ahead. I'll wait. Go ahead.
Now you got me all. So,
Listen,
go ahead.
I'm gonna call her Linda. Second letter. Listen, Linda. He's working. He's trying. You both have bills. Where is the money going? Besides the family, like you both have the same household.
Linda got a shoe shopping thing.
I don't know what. Don't make up stuff. We don't know what Linda
she
has.
probably stay in the mall because this mine, I spend it. It's mine, I spend it.
Well, okay, so let me sidebar say this. I think if you work, you should have an allowance. You work hard for that money.
Right.
However, I don't think if both people are working and trying, I don't think you should come down on each other for not working up to what you think they should be making.
Right.
And this economy is kind of rough
Because
right now.
he used to bring home $2,000 a week. Now he bring home $1,000
That's
a
it?
week. And then,
No, I'm kidding. I can't.
oh man.
That's it, 2,000 a week. No, I'm just kidding. All right, it's your job as his wife to, have that conversation too and say, well, what can you say? You're not making this money. Go find another job?
Why would you say that? He's happy. He's doing what he likes to do.
How do you know that?
It's
I
not
didn't
like
say that.
I know well, he's working. He's consistent. It's not like he's sitting around playing video games all day.
All right, well, she knows her husband. So, Linda, listen. If you see that he's not living up to the potential and he's complacent and he's not motivated because he's not making as much money as you are, and he feels like you're the one making all the money, so you should pay all the bills. Like all of those things come into factor, which wasn't included in the letter, and I don't want to make stuff up, but I'm saying you know your husband well. So that's why I'm the advocate for conversation. Have the conversation. honey, do you think that, you want to go back to school? Do you think that you want to apply for a higher position? Are you climbing the corporate ladder? How do these work out? First of all, a marriage.
That's the same conversation from the first letter?
It's always a conversation because everybody's different. I understand. I'm coming from a perspective of, I understand that it's not easy to be the one paying all the bills.
It ain't easy.
Whether you have somebody or whether you're paying them by yourself. It's not easy. Whether you're the sole provider or whether you're, co-providing, but somebody's not paying what you think their share should be. Right? It's not easy either way. So with that, keep in mind that they're already stressed.
How do you pick what you think their share should be?
You can't pick it by yourself. That's why you have to have a conversation.
Right.
So let me say this too. So my husband and I fluctuated. Sometimes he made more. Sometimes I made more. That depended on the job that we had. But let me just say this too. For some reason, I guess it was the way that he was raised. God bless his beautiful heart. He thought that no matter whether he was making more or less, he is the provider. So even if I was making more, he would say, "Oh, put that away for vacation." But the lights do. What do you mean? Now, I understood, not as much as I do after studying all this. I understood that it could be stressful. And when he says, "Don't worry about it," I don't have to worry about it, but I also have to help. Hey, how are we going to pay this? How are we going to pay that?
From that money that you got in the bank, you're sitting on vacation money. That's how we're going to pay it.
Right, absolutely. And I knew that, so sometimes I would just go ahead.
Don't even ask that, just go pay it. Because I'm going to tell you what happens. People who ask questions like that want you to say, no, I got it. But if you just go pay it, he might be like, you know what? I'm going to give you your money back. When he get it. But the lights is still on.
Okay, I understand. And I don't think you should pay back paying the lights.
No.
It's not a loan. It's your lights. That's like saying I want to babysit my kids.
It's not like, let me borrow $100. I'm going to pay it back to you. The lights, he don't want you to pay it. He don't want you to feel like you have to pay it. Mm-hmm. Thank you for paying it, but I don't want you to feel like you have to pay it.
Right.
So I'm going to give you money back.
Right, but no. I mean,
he's not going to give it back to you no way. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Yes, he will. I wouldn't take it back. Say that.
Right. So then when you take it back, spend it on him. And then.
No. See, the thing is this.
Or put it back in his savings for the next time.
So let me just say this. A household, it's not just one person's responsibility to make sure the lights are on, to make sure the kids are fed, to make sure, you have gas. It takes both. It takes every adult. Let me say that, because now there's a lot of adults living under one roof. Yeah, because you got kids running around.
They want to drive your car. They need to put gas in the car too.
That sounded personal.
Oh no, I'm not driving my truck.
Oh no, I'm just saying it's not just one person's responsibility. So once we get that through our head, like I understand that people feel like, okay, I was raised to think that the man is the breadwinner, and the woman has the option to stay home if she wants, especially if she just had a baby, or that's not really an option in this time.
Hold up.
And age.
Hold
up. What? That's an option?
I really feel like if she just had a baby, like the first 6 months, yeah, she's gonna stay home.
Right. Okay.
What's that? Nurturing.
Right. We're not talking about.
However,
we're talking about staying home.
No. Because they have this thing where you can make money online. While you at home.
I can't stand you right now.
Everybody got a hustle.
No, and we were talking about being an entrepreneur last show. So we already know, and if you don't know, you can go back and see all of the different ways that you can make money at home. But we already know that everybody's not an entrepreneur. Let's keep it real.
Right.
Some of you need to go and work for someone. There are worker bees, and then there are boss bees.
Boss.
Know what you are.
Know your role.
Know your role. And I don't know, maybe it's just me, but that's another show. I believe that entrepreneurs are born, not made. But that's just my opinion.
I believe they're taught. Some of them are taught.
Okay.
There are some people who are entrepreneurs that that take classes, and they're good listeners, they're good learners, they're fast learners, and they really succeed in this thing called an entrepreneur.
Right. Now, there are always exceptions, but I believe, generally speaking, that they're born. And actually, some of that stuff is in your family, right? There are certain habits that are in your family that are taught to you from baby. So I think that's what I mean. Like, it has to be taught to you. If you don't know better, you don't do better.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
if you see it, then
you'll aspire to that. And you'll learn it because you're mimicking as a child. You're mimicking what you see. So if you learn how to spend up all your money and get bad credit, that's going to happen. But that's another show.
So Roger says, there's usually one person in a relationship who likes to be in charge of keeping track of the bills.
Right.
Now, just because you're keeping track of the bills, don't mean that that's the person that's paying them.
What?
Hey, the light bill due. That's just mean that she saw the mail before you did. She keeping track of them bills, though.
Oh my God.
Did we pay the light bill yet? Did you pay the light bill yet?
I think what he means.
Did you pay the light bill yet?
Really?
Is the light bill paid yet?
That's not keeping track.
Here, take this money. And
That's not keeping track. That's ridiculous. All right, so let's do. We talked about everything not everything. If you have some ideas of what adverse effects it could have on the person who is the sole provider, share that with us. But I want to talk about some survival tips. And I know we kept saying conversation. But what does that look like?
Tips.
Survival tips.
Did you just move me out of the shot?
Do you see yourself there?
I just noticed that my arm had completely left the shot.
Well, let's expand the shot. There. All right, so let's talk about some survival tips. And I say survival tips because sometimes it seems, oh, wait, I need to read the third letter before we go into survival tips. Hold on to your seats for this one. This one kind of had me a little, I won't say upset. I know you're watching. Okay, fine. It had me a little upset. Okay. All right, let me get to it. Hold on a second. Oh my goodness. I need you to get your life together. All right. Okay, hold on. Here we go. Third letter. Here we go. All right. Okay, here we go. My husband has a life that many people who are rule followers, and that's in quotation marks, like me, would envy. When I first met him, it was undeniably a passionate love affair. I never dated anyone or known anyone like him before. He took risks, lived all over the world, and had many passions, and has been a loyal friend. He is 7 years older than I am. We met at work, where his power and seniority at the office was insane and very attractive to me. We got married. The year we got married, he wanted to take a risk and go back to graduate school to find his dream job. I trusted his judgment, and between his savings and my new job and some sacrifices, we comfortably lived, and he went through 2 years of graduate school. My husband now has his dream job. I'm very proud of everything he's accomplished and what we were able to do together to make it happen. Over the past 4 years, my career has skyrocketed in ways I never could have dreamed of. I've broken the hypothetical glass ceiling in a male-dominated industry. I'm a huge believer in women in the workplace and always will be. Power to the women. If they become the breadwinner, Wakanda forever. All right. If they become the breadwinner in marriage, more power to them. She's talking about women. Now, herein lies my problem. I became the breadwinner in an extreme way. I was committed to supporting us for 2 years, but we're going on 4 now. And it will likely be 5. Our income divided is so extreme that I pay for 90% of our living expenses. What I've found is that I can't live this girl power type of lifestyle I believe in. I'm very close to a breaking point. I've never stopped thinking about leaving my husband, and no matter what the reasons I come up with, it always leads back to money, power, and sexual attraction. I hate myself for it. I hate my existence, wealthy, materialistic father who likely instilled these ideas in me. I hate my mother-in-law who thinks women shouldn't have to work. I hate that I want more traditional lifestyle with the husband who can provide for me. I hate that I'm not confident enough in myself to have children because I don't think I can be the financial provider and the mother. I hate that I would never look at my husband the same way if he stayed at home and was a stay-at-home dad. What I hate most of all is that this is not what my husband wants either. He never imagined that he would spend all of his savings to follow his dreams, to come out on the other end making a quarter of his yearly salary, and of his prior yearly salary. When I asked myself if I would ever marry an older man that I would financially support for the first 5 years of marriage and possibly forever, the answer is a hard no. And most days, I feel like I can't do this 1 second longer. He's doing everything in his power to make more of a financial contribution, but his fruitless attempts haven't pulled me out of this rut. It's embarrassing enough that I could never tell my friends or family the extent of our income divided. And I can't tell him exactly how I feel either. Maybe this was a risk he shouldn't have taken. I want to be taken care of. I want to pull back and work in order to have a family. And I'm ashamed of my feelings. Please help me live what I believe in. With love, Breadwinner. Ooh.
What I got out of that is she actually do love her husband. She loves.
Hold on, let me read it again. What?
Wait, she loves her husband.
She loves her husband.
Cause she took care of him 5 years. That's like birthing.
That letter was like 3 minutes. You got out of that she loves him?
She loved him. That was like birthing a baby. All the way to 5 years old, he was going to school. Now, here's the thing.
That's not what I got.
When y'all signed up for this relationship, did y'all have a financial conversation? Obviously not. Because, yeah, he was making more money. He was making good money then. So he didn't have a problem with it. Kind of lost his way, lost his job.
No, he didn't lose it.
No. What she said was he's doing everything in his power to maintain the household.
He's trying.
All right. Stick it out.
Okay.
For better or worse, and I've forgotten.
I don't know.
It's not like he's watching 2K, sitting on the couch. He home when you get there.
Oh, we love you too. Okay. So I don't know what you were listening to.
She love her husband.
I don't see where in the world with all those I hate.
Yeah, but she hate her father for making her think that she had to be the
I got you.
The wife.
Listen,
and the husband had to be.
First of all, lady, knock it off.
She hate the fact that her stepmom told her that you're not supposed to work.
I'm tapping.
No, wait a minute.
You cannot blame everybody for everything else. You're a grown individual woman. First of all, it's your fault because you decided that you wanted to get married because you saw Mr. Wonderful, Mr. Powerful, but you didn't want to do your homework and see if you were actually compatible other than sex.
Hey.
And power.
I know,
which is what...
Sex is kind of tricky, though. Sex is how you thinking that, oh my God. And then... this happens. You didn't do the rest of the research.
Let me just say this. So my advice to you is, I can't really tell. So you can tell. I can't really tell if you love him or not. I see that in the beginning you saw, the boss, and you thought he was amazing because he had so much power and charisma, and he was apparently a good talker because there was a passionate love affair. and you never dated anyone like this before. He took risks. He took a risk with you. You took one with him, and now you're mad, and you're blaming everybody. You hate your mama. You hate your mama-in-law. You hate. Come on.
She hated her dad and her stepdad.
She hates her daddy. Everybody. She hates everybody except for herself.
But the only reason why she hates them is because they kind of put in her that they was gonna, that she was gonna be this, and she came out. Actually, I don't know why the hell you mad, because you came out surpassing everything that everybody thought you wasn't gonna be. So
what do you mean?
Because she said, her mama-in-law said, girl, you ain't supposed to work. Let that man take care of you. She is surpassed that. She is at a level where she can actually maintain a household. He's trying. Like you said, he's trying everything he can. He ain't no dummy. He ain't sitting around waiting for you to come home. Baby, I made you some chicken wings. They on the stove.
So what's wrong with making dinner?
Ain't nothing wrong with making dinner. I like cooking.
Oh, all right.
But he ain't just sitting there making dinner.
So of all the things that you hate, I just want to say to you,
ladies, y'all gotta do y'all homework.
Let me.
But they ain't the only one, fellas. Y'all gotta do y'all homework too.
Let me just say this, right? Because you went all into everything that you hated, but none of it really involved. I hate the decision that I made to jump into a relationship with the boss who I was only passionately enamored with, right? You can't build a whole relationship on sex. You do know that, right? Okay, great.
You wanna know what I got a problem with?
What's that?
Who cares what your friends and family think? That's your relationship.
Right.
You chose it. Everybody know that women choose men. And that man didn't lie to you. Right? Hey, women choose men. And walking in the door, she can like, it's 3 impossible in there.
Right, just because a woman chooses a man doesn't make his commitment level back to you the same. Now, but that's a whole nother show. It looks like he was committed to, they were both committed to making his dreams come true. They both agreed. There was a conversation. There was a conversation that said, listen, I want to take this money and I want to go back to school to live out my dreams. There's nothing wrong with that.
Just blew the whole room up.
What?
Get him, girl.
Nice. So what I'm saying is, I think you need to do some self-evaluating. It doesn't sound, maybe I'm wrong, maybe. Don't get mad. Don't come see me. Don't write no more letters. It doesn't look like you fell in love with the individual. You fell in love with his charismatic talk, his power. Let me finish. You fell in love with what you saw. And I'm sure there were other women clamoring over him, which made you even more attracted to him. And you was like, I gotta have that right there. I don't want somebody like him. I want him. You got it. But you didn't do your homework before. And he had a conversation with you. I don't see anything wrong with him. You make 90% of what pays your bills because you climbed the corporate ladder.
Right.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
I question how you got there.
I don't question how you got there. Keep growing. Keep going.
I'm just kidding.
Well, at this time, we would like to thank everybody, and we ask you guys to like and share the show.
Please do. Please like and share the show. But we still got to give away those 2 tickets. Give away your number.
All right. So my telephone number is 973-922-0654. Give me a call. In the 5th caller, you can
not the 5th caller. The first caller, you better not hang up on nobody. The next caller, we have 2 tickets. We're going to give away 2 tickets to the bus ride on April 21st.
Call me now.
So call him now, and I have a question for you. And you can also share your opinion on what you think about some of these letters.
973-922-0654.
Call him now. But all I'm saying is, a lot of times people jump into relationships based on their ideas of what they think is going to be. And then when they realize what it really is, because they haven't spent enough time with that person, they haven't gotten to know that person, they're going by what other people say, they're going by what they see, instead of getting to know them for real. So all she saw was this charismatic, wonderful person who was in charge of a lot of stuff at work. Hey, do this! And she liked that.
Roger says, the traditional order of things is that the man is the primary breadwinner. When roles are switched around, the women are not that happy.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Did you read the letters?
I did read the letter, but
Then the
these
women are not
these
that
are okay. Well, you can't take 3 letters and say it's all women. I don't mind being the breadwinner. I don't mind not being the breadwinner because all of that money goes for the advancement of my household. What I'm not going to say is you don't make any money, or I don't
Where your
make.
bread at? Where your bread at?
As long as everybody is trying to the best of their potential and we're pushing and encouraging each other.
One.
What? Did you just hang up on somebody? Can you not hang
Fifth
up?
caller. Y'all, come on. Make these phone calls.
Don't hang up on nary another person. If he hangs up on you, put it in here and I'll make sure that I call you back.
What you could, she said, don't send her no more emails. You could email C. Send it to the C and Sheila show. Put it right on the in the message board. I read that every day.
There you go. There you go.
I will read your letter on the air.
So let's get to some survival tips for breadwinners. Do we have a few minutes?
All
to
right,
do
y'all.
that?
We got 4 minutes left.
Hey.
Hey, Bridget.
How are you? So call C so you can get the free ticket to Atlantic City.
973-922-0654.
Okay. All right, so survival tips for people who are the breadwinner. Have a conversation with your mate, right?
Keep going.
Share.
Dang.
Don't hold it in. Set limits and know your boundaries. Know what's going to send you over the edge.
Don't give her ultimatums, but keep checking on the timeline.
What?
Don't give her ultimatums, but keep checking on the timeline. Like, you're not going to tell her, hey, look, you got 6 months to get a job, or, me and little June, we out. Don't give her ultimatums, but keep checking on the timeline. Right before incredible sex.
I didn't say become the boss. You
Right
don't have to
before-
give nobody a timeline. Work
Right
together.
before incredible sex. Because ain't nothing sexy than a woman with a job.
Okay. Clear communication. I need help. That's what you have to say. Not angry. A conversation. Have it over dinner. Have it in the tub.
Play the theme song. Come on and talk to me.
Oh my gosh. Get more information. Sometimes the breadwinner doesn't always know what income the other person has.
Print out her resume and send it to different places for her.
Don't do that. Create opportunities for you
I know
all.
a chick that do that all the time.
Create opportunities for you all to generate income. Right?
Teach her how to knit.
And most of
She
all,
can make scarves and hats.
stay positive. The situation can turn around. So to all 3 letters, start with the conversation. To you out there.
2.
Keep having the conversation. Keep talking to the people. Thought something was turning red. Have a conversation. Stay positive. It can turn around. Share your income with each other. Decide together what you do with the funds. Share your income. If you're in a married situation, I'm not talking about single people. Don't share
Who
nothing.
is single people going to share their income with?
Some people do that. Not very bright ones, but some people do that.
Share their income?
Share their income with people that they're not in a household with. Anyway, stay positive. Communicate. These are all things that you can do. It's not easy being a breadwinner, right? Whether
It's not
you're a
easy.
man
It's
or
not an easy
female.
job.
I know we tried to make this a gender role thing, but it's not just the men, it's not just the women. Some men try and take control too because they make more money. Some women try that too, but some don't. There are some bright people out there that try and share and communicate, and they're making it happen.
So I was at work tonight, and I asked all the fellas, I said, what would you do if your wife made more money than you? And a lot of them was like, oh, man, I wouldn't have to work as hard as I do now. And I was like, why? I think you would still have to work as equally hard. Just because she's making money don't mean that you get to slack off. And they was like, oh, no, I don't have to work overtime. I could just work my regular hours if she would just work and kick in. I disagree. I'm all for the equality. Like, you want to work, get your work on. You want to, still kick that overtime. But don't slack off just because she start working. So I asked him one more question. I said, well, if you don't mind her making more money than you, what would you do if she took away your options? Like, instead of asking you what you're going to do for vacation, she said, okay, this is what we're going to do for vacation. You can't even afford it, so just look at it and then we're going to go. You know? So now everybody get all hostile at work and they like, what? Oh, nah, I've been taking care of my wife all this time. I ain't never did that to her. It's different. When she is the boss, she may run her house differently because she the boss and she like, you can't afford to go do this anyway, so what you gonna do?
What are you gonna do, Go?
Who?
You.
I'm taking her on a vacation.
You're gonna go on the vacation?
Yeah. I'm gonna tear that whole vacation up, but I'm going.
What does that mean, I'm gonna tear the whole vacation?
I'm doing whatever I want to do. It's on you. Boom.
Oh my God, you're so ridiculous.
I'm going.
Because it's her money.
Hello.
First
Since
of all-
I can't afford to be there, since you so boldly said it, okay, I'm out there.
And therein lies the problem, folks. It's your money together. So if you're balling, boom, chicka boom, like you said, it's your money together that you're spending.
She told me I couldn't afford to be there. I'm just going to keep my money.
And that's how you keep the funds separate, and somebody's the primary and somebody's the low-life loser?
However, she's not even going to know who the primary is because don't tell her how much you make. Just when she say, this bill will do, pay the bill. Don't tell her how much you make. Ain't no business.
What are you talking about? Don't listen to him.
Don't
That's
tell her
not how
much.
a marriage
you
works.
will never have to worry about who the breadwinner is if you never tell her how much you make. Mind your business, keep your money to yourself, and when she say this bill due, pay the bill.
Oh my gosh, that is horrible advice, just so that you know.
Why?
First of all, that is not how you make a marriage. Nosy?
Nosy.
You're saying that a husband and a wife, and the wife is nosy, or the husband is nosy for needing to know financial information that's crucial to the survival of the family?
Can we pay this bill today?
Oh my gosh. When you find somebody that you want to be in a marriage with, marriage just doesn't involve sex or working or just having kids.
3.
It involves much more than that. It involves communication. Mm-hmm. You have to share your financial information with them.
It involves communication. Marriage, it involves communication.
It doesn't involve all the foolishness that you just gave out.
If you don't tell her how much you make, you ain't got to worry about who the head of the household is. It's always going to be you.
I can't. We'll just have to agree to disagree on that craziness. Okay?
You ain't got to tell her nothing.
Who are we talking about? You don't have to tell who nothing.
You don't got to tell your wife nothing. You don't got to tell your girlfriend nothing.
Okay, girlfriend is different. No, you don't have to tell your girlfriend anything because you shouldn't be sharing bills with your girlfriend.
Why not? They could live together.
Okay, if they live together, then there's a household to maintain.
Right.
Okay.
Pay the bill.
And that is the making of a terrible marriage, ladies and gentlemen.
Marriage is a dating situation on wheels. You don't tell nobody how much you make. Keep it to yourself. When the bills come in, pay the bills. If vacation time come.
Daniel says it won't happen if you're trying to buy a house. You have to reveal everything if you're trying to buy a house.
Right. If you're trying to buy a house, you have to reveal everything. When you get to that step. Before you get to that step, keep your mouth shut and keep
Don't
moving.
listen to him. You're trying to get a divorce if you listen to him.
You are not
Some men
trying
are
to get a divorce.
selfish, Bridget says. When they know you as the woman have money, they don't want to give you money. He's not the one.
If you got money, what you need money?
What?
You need more money?
I can't stand you. Listen.
Well, what if you make more than he do?
So what? So if you make more than somebody, then they should spend all their money and you save all of yours?
No. That's
so what
not
are we
I'm
saying?
What
What
I'm
are you
saying-
saying?
What I'm saying is, if she, like in the letter, she was making more money than him.
Okay.
So
Huh? What'd you say?
if he take all his money, the little bit of money that you said he got, remember the little bit of money in his little things.
Hurry up. We're listening.
If he take his money and he pay the bills, but that affords you to do other things with your money, you still need money?
What I'm saying to you is, if you're in a household with your spouse and your family, it's all the same money. If you work hard, you should be able to take some of your money and say, listen, this is my rainy day money, I'm saving it.
No. You know what that's called? That's called women putting away rainy day money and then they out with their girlfriends.
It's your money. You can do that. It's your money.
Why he can't do that?
I didn't say he couldn't. What I'm saying is, what you're not going to do is spend up all of one person's money because that person makes the most.
Man or woman.
Man or woman, you're going to contribute to your 50 may not be 50,000. Your 50% may be, 25,000. But it's still your 50. Your 50 and my 50 may not look alike because I make more money or because you make more money.
So, hold on.
But you're not going to spend up all of the money that the person has just because.
Hold on.
No, that's not going to work.
We're not talking about 50% of your paycheck going into this account because you're going to take this 50 and stash it for a rainy day, and we're going to take 25 of that, put it in your pocket. What we're talking about is the mortgage, $2,500.
Okay, and?
$1,250, right?
No, I didn't say that.
We're talking about 50%.
No, I didn't say that. No, we're not saying 50% of the bill. Hear me clear. What we're saying is, if you make $40,000 a year and I make $70,000 a year or $80,000 a year, our 50% is not going to look alike. I'm not going to take $2,500 from your broke A to. No, I'm kidding. I'm not going to take the 50%.
Wait, if you're going to be mad when you say it, at least say broke ass. Like, what the
Listen, I'm not going to take 50% if you make much less. What I'm saying is your contribution looks different from her contribution, but you're still contributing your 50%.
Well, letter number 3 had a problem with his contributing.
Letter number 3 is a little crazy, and I'm not afraid to say it. I understand that you're watching. Hear me clear. You're mad because of everybody else. Everybody else did something. You hate your mama. You hate your mother-in-law. You hate yourself because you fell to the... Come on. Like, let's keep it real.
I think...
You got married to a man you didn't know.
I think...
And you agreed to it, and now you're mad.
I think the biggest thing is, you're right, Bridget. A lot of people don't know how to manage their money.
Right.
And I'm going to get somebody on the show that can set you guys up. Hopefully she can help you out with some type of budget assistance. It's coming. But for right now...
But let me just say this too. It's really important that you as a couple educate yourselves on finances, on each other. There's so much that goes into a relationship, and we put it so much on the physical. There's a lot that goes into a relationship. Don't be fooled. When you realize, wait, what have I done? Like Miss Last Lady did, Miss Breadwinner, what have I done? Like what you're really saying is, oh my God, I'm so mad at myself for not doing all the investigating, for not getting to know him, for just going on the physical appearance and what it appeared to be power. But then we got married, and I agreed to let him go after his dream. He's living his dream. He did the schooling and he got the job he wanted. It doesn't make as much money as you thought it would make, but it was still his dream and you agreed to it. So do your homework before you just jump into a relationship. That's financial information, personal, spiritual,
emotional,
everything.
Physical.
Do your homework before you decide,
mental.
I love him.
Oh my God, check the mental of some of these people.
Ooh, say that again.
You might have to really put them in a situation and see how they react.
Set them up. Set them up?
I ain't saying set them up. But I'm saying some people don't react well to pressure.
Right.
You got to put people in situations. Now, you already know the outcome. Don't be letting them like fall off the deep end with it. But, right at the breaking point, you can like, hey, you know what? You don't have to worry about that anymore. I got it. It's all right. Because you need to see how people react in certain situations.
I don't know. I don't want to set anybody up. I say you go through some real life stuff so you get real life reactions.
Compromise.
What do you mean compromise?
That's what Daniel said, compromise.
In a relationship, absolutely. I agree.
I agree too with compromising. However, we want to thank you guys for coming out. We want to thank you guys from C.
We are going to give... I want to thank you too. I just want to give the tickets away. So what we're going to do is even after the show, call that number. We're going to announce the winners on Tuesday.
I said call me while I'm on the show. Don't be waiting. Now y'all can call me. Give me a call. 973-922-0654.
And if you can answer the questions, you'll have the tickets. We'll post the winner tomorrow, and we'll announce.
I'm a post the winner when I get to caller number 5.
Okay. What are you on right now? You hung up on 3 people, right?
Yep. And then the show's over, I start over.
Thank you so much for your input.
It was 5 people that called me while I'm on the show, so I could say, "Hey, so and so, you're a winner." I put you on speaker, and then you talk to the people right here. But y'all hard-headed. So give me a call after the show, and
You can record it.
on my other phone I can record it. That one, no, not so much.
We thank you so much. Please like and share the show. Share this with a breadwinner. It might help them out somehow. We know it's stressful. Help out your mate. That's the breadwinner. Stop being so selfish. Go to work. Contribute. Become an entrepreneur. Work from home. Do something. Contribute to the household. It's not all about you.
Right, it's about the household.
It's about the household and the familia.
A lot of y'all might have kids, some might don't have kids. It's still about the family.
It is.
Just because y'all chose to be together. She chose him, but y'all chose to be, he reciprocated.
him.
Women always choose men.
We'll do a whole show on that. Just because you choose somebody doesn't mean they choose you back.
Well,
That's the problem.
Well,
Y'all go around with the "you chose me" crap,
Well,
and then when they want to choose you, you
Well,
don't choose them back, and then they're all heartbroken, like, "Why don't you choose me?" Or they get into a relationship, a one-sided relationship, but that's a whole nother show.
hey, this is C,
And this is Sheila.
and this is the C and Sheila Show.
Thanks
we
for
want to
joining
thank
us.
you guys for joining us.
We'll see you next week on Tuesday with another topic. Share, like the show. We will see you next week. What is that?
I don't know. Something happened.
That's okay. Play it out. Let's go. Good night, everybody.
Hey, y'all stay up. Take it easy. This is C.
And this is Sheila.
Y'all have to.